Breaking right now, it's official. With Love, Meghan is a mega flop. Patrick Bet-David analysed the numbers, writing, "Numbers never lie." Meghan Markle's new Netflix show numbers are in. The 8-part series was watched by 526,000 households in the first 5 days.
Tonight, an explosive debate that has the internet on fire. Lady Colin Campbell drops a shocking claim saying it's Meghan Markle who's racist. That's right. In a heated back and forth with Narinder Kaur, sparks flew, accusations were made, and the royal drama just hit a whole new level.
By comparison, Harry and Meghan's show drew in 2.1 million households in the same number of days. Harry is the main attraction, not Meghan. And to debate whether the people have turned off Meghan because of the issue of race, Lady Colin Campbell and Narinder Kaur are here for today's clash. Narinder has sparked controversy all over the internet for posting "With Love, Meghan has backfired spectacularly on the British MSM and the haters who think they can bring her down. Meghan Sussex, using her fake name, has more charm and kindness in her little finger than the whole establishment put together, and the world loves her." She went further in an online video.
Everybody's talking about it, and I love how With Love, Meghan Sussex's new show on Netflix has backfired spectacularly on mainstream media and all the haters in Britain. It's backfired because they thought they'd do reviews, slagging it off, salating her, thinking the public were going to be behind that, saying, yeah, we agree. But what happened was the public watched it, stateside and in Britain, all of the world, and said, actually, she's a really lovely woman. She's charming, she's caring, she's a giver. We love how she's doing this cooking. She's obviously loyal to her friends. She's smart. She's got more charm in her left eyelash than that entire royal family, who obviously hated her, were jealous of her because she posed a threat, because she's just genuine, she's real, and we love her. Everyone is loving it, and I am here for it. I am here for the tide to turn for Meghan finally. She's shown the world, I'm okay. The mainstream media, stop listening to them. And I think the British media, TV and newspapers, online, whatever, you need to stop now, because you're beginning to make yourselves look really embarrassing and hateful people who've got nothing nice to say about a couple who take nothing from the taxpayers and just live in their own life happily. Leave them alone. Leave her alone. Do you know how hard it is for a non-white woman to show up without continually being berated and slated and these wild expectations? She's just living her best life, and honestly, good luck to her.
If you thought this saga was over, think again. Let's break it all down. Lady Colin Campbell, known for her insider knowledge of royal affairs, made headlines once again during a fiery debate on national television.
Interesting, because the whole left-wing media has also turned on Meghan Markle for With Love, in part because of the horrendous treatment of Mindy Kaling. Not surprisingly, a non-white woman. Lady Colin Campbell, according to Narinder Kaur, "You're hate-filled, and the world has just seen what a wonderful woman the Duchess of Sussex really is." How do you respond?
Well, as you can see, I found the whole thing laughable. Sorry. You know, with due respect to Narinder Kaur, colour has absolutely nothing to do with it. I know I'm Jamaican, and I have cousins who are of colour, and I have mixed all my life with people who are of colour. And in fact, I come from a world that is genuinely colourblind. And if you are of colour and you are dull and boring, you're still dull and boring. You don't get a free pass just because your skin isn't white. And the fact of the matter is, even the left-wing publications have slated her for being the dullard that she is. I mean, I can forgive many things, but lack of authenticity, and especially from a woman who posed as white for most of her life. I mean, when she was in Jamaica at Terra Nova for the reception after the Bob Marley film, I mean, some of the comments that some of the black women and brown women said about her to make sure that she heard, because they strongly disapproved of this mixed race woman posing as white for most of her life, and then all of a sudden coming out once she decided that playing the colour card was going to work well for her.
Yes, Norinda, how do you respond to that? Because until she was in the royal family, Meghan admitted that no one even thought that she was black. She called herself Caucasian on her acting CV. This is just a grift, and you're grifting along with her.
Right, so both of you, Lady Campbell, with all due respect, and I know when people say that's so contradicting and so corny, but have you actually watched it? Because when you say dullard, no one has said that. Everyone has watched With Love with Meghan and found it delightful, found it so wonderful. She comes across as genuine and kind. And actually, Dan, going back to the whole on her acting, I've got an acting background, and actually, when you're trying to play parts, you will put you can play the part of a 17-year-old, even though you're 30. You can put different, I can play an Arab. I'm not an Arab because I look Arabic. So you can put lots of different things. But actually, Dan and Lady Campbell, you really need to check your unconscious bias. Because
unconscious bias doesn't exist. Do not throw that unconscious bias thing at me, Norinda. I don't have it. I don't have it. Is that you accusing me of racism? Is that you accusing me of racism?
Well, you've got unconscious bias, but
no, I don't.
Me finish.
Doesn't exist.
The fact is, the fact
are you saying that Lady Colin Campbell, who is from Jamaica, has unconscious bias?
I think definitely Lady Campbell. The fact is,
come in, Lady C. Come in, Lady C.
The jaw-dropping moment came when she accused Meghan Markle of being the real racist in the ongoing saga that has divided royal watchers around the world. She claimed Meghan manipulated the narrative to suit her agenda, twisting private conversations and stoking division.
I am consciously biased, Norinda. I'm consciously biased against posers and bores, and I don't care whether they're brown,
you're boring. Lady Campbell, you're boring. Your hatred of Meghan Sussex is boring, because what's happened is the British tabloid and the British media had a smear campaign aided and abetted by the royal family because they were jealous of this
Norinda, that is not a fact.
Not letting me finish. It's a fact. It's a fact. They were jealous of this star, Meghan Sussex. So we need to smear campaign this lady. But what they didn't take into account was public perception was going to watch this and say, we like Meghan Sussex.
Well, that's not what people are saying. But let Lady C respond. Lady C, are you just a little bit jealous of Meghan Markle?
Why would I be jealous of Meghan?
Because she got a prince and you didn't. She won.
Sorry, Norinda, give me a chance, please. Why would I be jealous of Meghan Markle? I live in a genuine castle. She doesn't. I have 70 auras. She doesn't even have one.
You sound jealous. Why are you comparing yourself to a younger woman? You sound mad. Like, why are you comparing your tiaras? What you're doing is, what's happening here in the unconscious bias is you don't like the
Norinda, you have to let Lady C answer. That's how a debate works here on Outspoken. This isn't the mainstream media where the mad lefties dominate, okay?
She can't compare herself to a real-life princess. I mean, for goodness sake.
Well, she lives in a castle. Okay, Lady C, go on.
So, I mean, you asked the question, am I jealous of Meghan? I have nothing to be jealous of Meghan of. And the fact of the matter is, I would have loved to have liked her. I started out thinking that she was a wonderful addition to the royal family. It just so happens that, unlike Norinda, I actually have ambassadors, high commissioners, diplomats from the West Indies and Africa who come up to me at receptions and complain about the damage that Meghan has done to race relations throughout the Commonwealth.
Can you answer me how? How has she done damage? You've got no answer. How is she damaged?
How has she done damage?
Yes. How?
By accusing the royal family of racism.
That's her real life experience. They are racist. They are next line. They're in history. The royal family in colonialism and racism. The fact is, which royal did comment on baby Archie's skin color? The royal family come from racism. They are racist. So when they say Meghan Markle called out racism, how does that make her that she's
Narinder, you're actually spitting a lot of lies here, and I have to come in on a couple of them.
And Wootton.
So the first thing is, Narinder, you have accused the media of creating negativity towards Meghan.
100%.
That is a lie. The entire mainstream media and the entire country was behind Meghan Markle when she entered the royal family. You know, I was the first person to write about her terrible behavior, and it was months and months after the wedding because everyone was too scared to write the truth because they were afraid of someone like you calling them racist. Come in, Lady C. Come in, Lady C.
That's not true at all. That's
it is
lies,
true.
Darling. You know that's lies. No, because I tell you why that's a lie. Because actually the racism in the media started straight out of Compton. You had all
That's
kinds
not
of
racist. It's not racist. It's a pun.
Excuse me.
Let Lady C come in. Lady C.
Campbell didn't hold back, and it wasn't long before Narinder Kaur stepped in to fight back. Narinder Kaur, former Big Brother star and vocal Meghan supporter, wasn't having any of it. In fact, she slammed Lady C's remarks as disgusting and dangerous.
I'm actually very entertained by this whole thing. I'm sorry.
Yes, you find it funny. People find racism funny. I mean, it's brilliant. Like it's not.
You know, Lady C is Jamaican.
Not to look at, Dan.
Narinder, I'm Jamaican, and I find it funny that a woman of color can be so blind to what's going on that you can spout the nonsense you're spouting. I'm sorry.
Lady Campbell, you are not.
Sorry, Narinder, pause for breath and give somebody else a chance to speak. Okay? You say that the media were initially racist towards her. First of all, Out of Compton was a headline that was, and since you're a professional, you should know that sub-editors do headlines, not the writers. And it was done in the United States of America. It wasn't even done here. It was done in the United States of America. And Kevin Costner is out of Compton. So, I mean, and that is hardly racism. Poor Rachel Johnson was accused of being racist because she said Meghan was exotic. I have often been called exotic, and I regard it as a compliment. Why is it exotic? And Meghan is exotic. The word exotic, if you look it up, and you are attributing to racism that which has nothing to do with racism. And I'll tell you as a fact that I know that the mainstream media have suppressed an awful lot of adverse stuff about Meghan from the very beginning, some of which they continue to fail to address.
That's actually not. Lady Campbell, I think you are seriously, I hate to use the word, you're a bit deluded in what you're saying. You don't have one good reason why you don't like Meghan Sussex. Not one.
I think she's
and in fact, if you let me finish, that is not. If you're saying she's a dullard and a bore, is that good enough a reason for you?
No. I have lots of reasons. I have lots of reasons. How about the fact that she lied about the late Queen Elizabeth II in her dying days? That's a good reason to dislike this woman.
You're more mad about Meghan Sussex than Prince Andrew causing stress. And I think you need to check yourself. If you're more mad at Meghan Sussex causing the Queen, what did she say about the late Queen? Please remind me.
Well, she accused her entire institution of being racist.
That's not a lie. You said that's a lie.
It is a lie.
No, but to you it's a lie, but it's not to Meghan Sussex who lived it. So it's her fact, it's her life. And you sit here.
Meghan, do you know what? You've got to be very careful, Narinder, when you throw around racist claims. Because let me just show you another moment. Let me show you another moment from With Love Meghan that featured an exchange between Ms. Markle and Mindy Kaling.
I've got a lot to say about this.
Kaur called out what she described as a smear campaign and accused Campbell of pushing outdated and toxic narratives. It was an emotional exchange, one that perfectly reflects the divide not just in the UK but around the world. What do you think? Is Lady C right, or has this gone too far? Drop your thoughts in the comments, let's talk about it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.